Creativity chooses its audience. What does that mean? Have you heard about limited edition perfumes, limited edition clutch bags, gowns, dresses, antiques? Why do they create limited edition? Why does a creative person, could be creativity of any form, not only limited to fashion, mostly to that. It's there in automobiles also. But why do we create limited edition? Limited edition is there in makeups also. Lipsticks have limited edition, very expensive, but one of its kind colors. Why do we make limited editions? Because we want the audience who can afford it to wear it and flaunt it and feel you're worth it. When I say afford, do I mean it's about money? No. Everybody who has money and can afford will not buy limited edition. Why? Because it is also about a personality match. It is also about the fact that does this match with my personality? Can I carry that kind of a clutch bag? And do I have that kind of a circle where people are going to appreciate the design in making it? So limited edition is not about money. It is about your personality. It is about how bold are you? Can you just be cluttered? Can you just break through a crowd and say that, okay, I can do this which the rest of the others cannot do because it matches with my personality, my journey of being unique, of being one of its kind in my own profession. Limited edition is not about having a lot of money and being just swiping a credit card and getting the product. It's way more. It's a social need. It's a need to prove your worth. I need to prove my worth because I have done enough to reach a level where I can actually carry myself in that gown, which probably just 10 people in this world will buy, and maybe zillions can afford, but only 10 will buy. Why? Because their personality, their journey matches with the rarity and the uniqueness of the product. Coming back to where I started, creativity and select its audience. Are you creative enough to demand a high price? There are brands, I'm not going to name any because this is not about how many brands are selling in Lux category, but are you as a designer creative enough to create something where you can say, I'm going to price it at, let's say, 5,000 plus or 6,000 plus. Specs, for example, Giorgio Armani, expensive, really expensive. Wallets, Prada, clutch bags, Sabyasachi, lipsticks, Sabyasachi. Yet they are nationally, globally renowned. They're globally renowned brands. Dior, Chanel, we know these brands. But is it only about money? No. It is also about creativity. It is also about thinking and ideating and giving a lot of your time and mind on creating one piece that just stands out, just brilliant compared to the rest of them. When your creativity can push to that level and you say, okay, this is the best in the entire US or the entire Europe or entire India, then that's the time when we can say, okay, who's made it? Who's the mind behind it? We never say who's the man behind it. We always say who's the mind behind it. Who's the one who's so creative, could have made something so outstanding. And of course he can demand the kind of money he wants. Creativity is something which is so powerful that nobody can negotiate that price. So if you understand the worth of that piece of product, you will buy it. A lot of people can afford a lot of things, but a very few people actually buy it. And only one thing that can dominate the price, besides the 4 Ps, besides the target audience, besides the disposable income, all of that is the product, and how much of mind has gone behind creating the product. Creativity can define its audience, but that is different than luxury. Luxury is not completely creative. Creativity is more about a different, softer side, whereas innovation is technology-led. What we see in automobiles, why would you buy a car? Why would you buy a Lamborghini? Why would you buy a Mercedes? The S series, all the series that are the latest, limitest of editions. A lot of people don't have money. Everybody doesn't buy. Why? Creativity and innovation are different. Kind of the same thing, but very different. Words being used in different industry, because that's what completely makes the execution. Depends on the execution. Innovation is about bringing about something completely new. Creativity is also the same. Are creative people not innovative? Of course they are. But the moment it is fashion, it is more towards softer form of creativity. Therefore, we use the word innovation less in fashion. And can we say that this color that the car is really awesome? Don't we say that often? Especially nowadays we do. But can we say, oh, the car maker is creative? We don't say. We say he's innovative. So it's a great topic to talk on, and I really thought we should talk about it, because very few things in marketing can dictate the price. And one such thing which automatically says that, okay, this is what it is, I don't care how many people buy it, but I will stick to my belief that this piece of art demands or dictates that kind of price range. And then you have audiences, because there are takers, there are people who understand the art, there are people who understand design, colors. So just a piece of thought, and I hope you enjoy it. Have fun.